haven't done this. I probably still need to do this as well. I don't even know what these is. There's some weird things. Oh, weapon essential material. Okay, then we probably have to do that at some point.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even...
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijwin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Mirapede.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's Arlini.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Mirapede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But...
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aw, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe.
And hungry.
Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Whoa.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the...
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too, don't...
No problem. Just...
More purple meat, more purple meat, more purple meat.
So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon...
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy.
Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister?
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried. Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real...
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
No, that's out of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you
That's
two.
true.
You both worked very hard.
That is certainly true.
Clorand!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremine too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijwin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sijwin was with you. And the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here. Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon.
Don't run around unnecessary. Okay. Doop, 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 doop. Bleep.
So much. I'm super sleepy.
Go to bed. That was fast.
Delicious.
Out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Okay.
Who's yelling?
That's the sound pressure. Oh, sound water pressure.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye!
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They were.
They're here! Yeah! There you are! Oh, thank goodness!
Crystal and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only—
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? What?
Hey!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outward.
Have them down below.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Activate the lift.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Ah, we don't need to run. Running is for scared people. We don't die by. You can't die by from all your water.
Three, two, one.
God damn.
This
Risley
won't
is
hold it for
fucking
long.
awesome.
Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Up we go.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
God damn.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do. You have my...
Fucking run. Going at so weird being back outside.
Look, there are a ton of Fatilian Palais Mermonia. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur, though I'm sure he's already explained.
I shall do my best. She just can't be alone. Ooh,
Oh,
Pyro.
so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have...
The old that is to her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves.
And that he'd been injured.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made...
About a second try. So distracted from Farina. Sounds good.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right?
As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Quite. Hey, Novella.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Maybe because he is primordial.
Sounds about right.
Oh, this looks fucking beautiful.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Cutting back to them throwing cake at each other. Would be fucking fun.
I must say, Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjecture.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right— Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the wave?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Refuting the...
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
I just think she can't tell us.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response?
Oh, that look in your eyes.
The emergency response plan.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Okay.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
It's gonna bring up number of this.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child.
Paimon's coming too!
You can stay behind. It's okay.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone short.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celeb.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me?
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please?
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night. No, there's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Judex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities.
For example, can I? Well, good luck with your studying. Sora, and I appreciate you stopping by.
Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon
It's
and
always good to have you.
Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort... I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
I still think Farina is, and I think you are right, she is cursed.
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification.
The part where the cutscene is played.
It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? Yeah. A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to... Permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
The legend of Archon is that dragon of water once resided in.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of
Yeah.
Please do not be so surprised.
Back, nice.
Farina? Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon's...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go to. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Have you played the stories, or are you done with the story, I should say? Because if you are, what do you think of it so far? They didn't evacuate.
Now guess, what suit will this...
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from...
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera.
You meant father? Did she say anything to you?
A while ago. So what did you think of it?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
That makes me want to know what happens in the next story. Yeah. It also makes you want to go for both Wrightsley and Novelette now. But they're just two very well-made characters, which is also a little bit annoying.
Sijuin!
Traveler, Paimon, are you still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt?
We're fine, but what about you guys?
A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit. Oh, of course. We must also thank you for the help.
How did Nervulette know that he was...
Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced.
When the knave was talking to Frina. Yeah.
I ran into the bombshell bros
That
while
was not
bandaging
my
the
completely
injuries of the
favorite. I
wounded.
liked them all
They
when
were mumbling the whole time
Novelette
about
and
how you
Risley
just
and
ran down
Lorraine
without a word.
stopped the waves. I
I'm
think
so
that would look
relieved to
badass.
see that if you're not too pressed for time, just let me know if you get a craving for any particular I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well.
That's one way to say it, teach me. And just look at all the characters we're gonna get on banners. Lorraine, Teachween, Navia, Corina, or Vocalor, whatever you wanna call it. Need to say hello to our other friends.
You guys are back?
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down?
Huh? No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me.
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Although whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals, is there?
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Let's go in and say hi to Rife. Enter the office. And we're going down. Apparently. Oh, we need to say goodbye to those two researchers.
Courier? Miss Sijuin told—
Yeah, I was working on something.
That's no excuse for—
Courier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer—
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh, yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Okay, we were supposed to talk with Risley as well. I figured as much. I figured as much. Should we do it on the right side here? Yeah, let's do it on the correct side.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Which is why I pulled. It's because of his voice actor.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine for the most part. Nervulette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere. He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sijuin's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss
Were the gifts milkshake?
Nervulette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Nervulette's own fault for making Sijuin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sijuin too?
Nope, they're from yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Hooray!
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Is this gonna be a
We're
teapot?
back in our cell again. We're no longer. Sure feels that way. But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with. Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true. It's like we've now gone to so many places together. There are so many bad things in the world. You're counting Paimon today? Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also. Just the last time we fell asleep here, we should be safe now. All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Physics are crazy. Yeah, it wasn't that fucking. Is child just in the water, or? Nice. Wait. Hell yeah. Hail to the yeah. Well, I guess we're done. How are we looking? 90, 96, so not much left to be here. I suppose. Boop. Hypnos.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for
Give me my daily commission.
Ad Astra.
I know the other ones aren't done. Finish it. Yep. Sure did. Stop. No. No, anything but that. How about the wish? No 5-star today. Oh, a Favonius Warbow. That all it's gonna be? It is all it's gonna be. Fair enough. I actually do think I need more Favonius Warbows anyways, so it's actually not that bad. You just like torturing me, Sora. I know it. Don't even lie. I do not, however, have not tried Novella yet, so let's go do that.
Bow your head.
Animal test 6308. Oz, reveal thyself. Uglay, you're up.
Oh. Justice is blindsided.
Be sanctified.
I guess that's also something you could do.
Hey, go away. Swirl, mark, stand clear.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Let the mighty be humbled. Settle down.
Aggressive thing in English, I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Let's do Hutao as well. Why do you need that as well? That's so annoying. And this one.
Nice and spicy.
Body and brain cutter.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Hey-ya! Don't be scared. Cross over. See?
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Cole, lines of command. Eat this! Boba, get! Time to go.
Oh, I guess that's how I do that. No real reason for me to do any of these, but I might. Oh, Archon, hear me. Why do I still have commissions? Get this one, let's do the rest of this. Oh no.
We're here! What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
No, I'm not.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out.
Something about it.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
It's not an Archon quest.
How'd you jump up all of a sudden?
As they completely erase it, so
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
And there, the balladeer is now known as.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you... Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Works too...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a... You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me...
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
Let's follow him. This is how he became the Wanderer.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I... Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
You wander around.
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it.
a puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure... Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want to...
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's...
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you.
Then let's return to this...
Return to sender. Don't know why I got... For some reason I've been in a mood to listen to old music, so... Don't ask me why. Well, it's easy to understand why they are fucking bangers. But... Precious Street. Precious Street. I have no idea if you can take this way. Well, you can. Nice. I mean, I knew that. Of course it
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable.
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Let's go!
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me. But these two claim that they know me. And that I have a hidden past unknown even.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay. I have to ask. Oh, okay. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings.
If we were enemies, why are you
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy. He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him?
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your,
Understood.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go through it again. Oh, we get to fight. Okay.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memory. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that...
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway.
All right.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories.
Is that because this is kind of like...
You could say that, and...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so... There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch.
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi, but Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face.
Sure.
Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Oh, that's Dendro.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Look, Nahida is also... Oh. Oh, that's good.
What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but...
Okay, I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. He kept coughing all the time, just like me.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together. This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the Balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise. After leaving Tatarasuna, the Balladeer ran into this child who didn't...
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The Balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Yeah, it is.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast.
Incoming!
Don't be a killjoy!
Nowhere to
We've only
hide.
just begun. Looks like I went too far.
Aha! I knew it. Wait, can I actually? No. Yeah. Fair enough.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here. Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow.
No worries,
You
Andy.
shouldn't have.
Thanks for stopping by.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have.
I mean, yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone. By then, see you at the victory feast.
Nope, because you'll die.
Poor little tongue? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come.
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Don't blink!
Alright. Next memory, please.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Yep.
Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the...
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon. Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppet? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear, no matter the consequences. I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules.
Yeah.
With each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next, but then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Yeah.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
That which is yours.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasu will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
He's always using a dull blade.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why
Salt blade forever. Yeah, exactly, Sora. Damn. No, he's the traveler. Oh, no, the wanderer. He's Animo now, not Electro.
Die. This is trying my patience. Have you got any more stupid questions? Insignificant past! The wind rises. That's far enough. Squall and Fury. At my command, you shall fall. The wind rises. Feeble human.
He's wiping his tears just now. I don't know.
My endless cycle, wretched vermin. Behold. Insignificant past. Feeble human. Too slow.
Couldn't juke that.
Squall and Fury. It's far enough. Insignificant past. You're dead.
There we go.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
Disappeared.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're deaf weight. But it was you inside that thing too.
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Yes, sir. Leave the main.
Welcome back, traveler. It feels like... You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, after learning about everything the doctor did, I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui. And they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events...
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile,
yeah,
but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people,
These are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the Doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again... Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I will try.
Traveler.
Yes, sir.
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed. Which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections.
Yeah.
You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated.
Yep.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new...
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick it up!
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in...
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name...
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious...
Wanderer.
Have you got anything?
Just a wanderer.
Are you sure? Oh, all right. If you say.
That's just easier.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Take your time. I don't need to see you again. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer.
You mean the Fatu?
The Doctor.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they oughtn't. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them, even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh?
It's fine. Let them stab. All right, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant.
Yeah, true. But even so we can finally go eat?
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go.
Are we done with this Archon quest? Please. Please. Oh yeah, those two.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Miko-
You mean because everyone else...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire. And life is a story too long to be told. A journey that you must walk to behold.
That's a very nice quote. Yeah, that's actually the best quote I've heard in a long time. Life is too long to be told. That's a journey. Got to walk to behold. That's very, very nice. God damn. God damn.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness... Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
You sound lost and confused. I know why you are troubled.
Huh? Is there
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. When a small animal, like a vase that falls to the ground...
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can.
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that?
Was that the divine?
Anyway, it feels wrong just leaving it there.
Nobody knows. Well, that's all of those. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, that's that. Okay.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
May bestow a new name upon a certain person. Cannot be changed. Ooh, nice. Or something. Well, I actually don't know if it's nice, but... Which do I have? 738. Was I close? $830. Oh, I was close. Pretty close. Only 100 away. Nice. God damn, sorry. You have too many fucking achievements, man. Take a break, you nerds. And Vandeldello. That's annoying. What's this one again? Yeah, damn nerd. God damn. What is this? Just give me a second. Sorry, back. Just my brother just saying something funny. We talked about yesterday, I think.
Allow me! Incoming! Cut to the chase! Access denied! All hail!
Sharing my knowledge.
Hey! Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
Billowing surge. Hold the line.
Incoming. Don't blink. Hey! Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue. With sword comes shadow.
Oh, you can't just juke my ultimate. I don't want it like that. That's not nice.
Hey! Cut to the chase.
Take that. That. Ooh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Make yourselves at home.
not that much. How is my reputation in this school? Now it's level 6. As the found spells are vulnerable to animal damage. Not really a surprise it's immune to animal damage. Well, it's actually also immune to hydro damage, which it never states.
For Rex Lapis! Don't blink! Hey! Hit! Ha! Nowhere to hide!
Show you something on this board. Yeah.
Incoming! I'll be fine. Hey!
Disgusting! Disgusting, Sora. Disgusting. Fucking nerd. 100%. God damn. God damn, Queen. God damn. Good. You need to touch some grass. We need butter. Double on clockwork mechanics. Do I even have butter? Don't think so. I need to buy it.
A good newspaper.
I'll go to bed now. Bye. See you, Sora. Sleep tight. Have a good one. When I say thank you. No butter for this person. How about you? Oh. Monster added it. You have butter. Oh, I did have some, but let's just buy some more. Ah, well, I can only cook one. Fair enough. I'll just take this one out. Ooh, look, fruity smoothie. I do like this. Let's just do it. Why not? I'm pretty sure she's up here, right? The one we need to get to the butter sticks. Usually over here. There you go. Take some butter. Wow.
I see everything.
With sword comes shadow. Yeah. Incoming. Got lucky that time. Yeah. Speed of light. Hey! Yeah. Cut to the chase.
That one. Whoops. And that's over there.
Hey! Allow me!
Incoming. Nowhere to hide.
That's also done. Yep. Give me a wish. Oh yeah, the sovereignty. The Serenity Port.
Would you care to sit?
Give it out. And give it out. Give me that as well. Right. Give me those. Give me those. I think it was... Okay, can't actually remember. Guess we'll find out what we need. And create that. Need more of those as well. Create those. This one needs rock. Okay. You need this. You need maple wood. A lot of different wood. Where are you? Wait, what? Wait, huh? What? Oh, I have just a foot again. Do not have. All this new wood for the new region. Wood. Okay. Oh wait, I have a wood, I suppose.
If you ever had...
Take that. This one is complete tomorrow. Let's take a look around. Yes, that was
Not
that
bad,
one.
as far as treasure is concerned.
Which I apparently had not seen. Let's get some of those since I need them. But it is also hard to know exactly where one thing starts and another thing stops, right? It is not just that simple. But there is also not much left. Not much left. Hmm. Einstein. Coupon millionaire. These things I don't even know. Huh. What do you want? Lenore. Let's go. Okay.
What should we do for our next performance? Just wow. Dragon boat shoot. Minty bean soup. Why is it sus? What do you mean? What the hell?
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Well. Don't have any coupons. It's a quest item. Caterpillar. These quests are always so long and boring. Kan jeg gerne overse for? Okay. Aha. Don't care. I just wanna unlock the second last Hydroculars. Please. Just let me unlock it, please. That's all I care about. One fire to the high ship. Take critical hits. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it here. I appreciate everybody stopping by for this short stream. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.